on the Baltimore side of the field, we got ourselves a twofer in Dwayne Timberland and our boy Daniel Alara. That 1-2 punch on the offensive side of the field definitely going to cause some issues for Chicago.
Incomplete. Second down.
Second down, though, trying to get to Rivers, getting an incomplete pass. James out of the backfield from the shotgun. James, incomplete pass once again, this time to Toy Lolo. Are we going to see 3 straight passes? Excuse me, James gets it to Boston. Boston with a great catch. 14 yards. They finally get a chance to break the seal and get themselves a first down. James back to pass. Incomplete pass. That's 1 for 4. An attempt to Newhouse. Alara lined up top. This time going for the screen. Gets it to Connor. 2 for 5 for James. 3rd and 4 after a 6-yard gain. Flag on the play, though. False start, Baltimore, making it 3rd and 9 for them from their own 49-yard line. James back to pass, pressure on him. Gets it up the field. Another incomplete pass. This one finally targeting the new hire in Dwayne Timberland. Last week, he was his first game, and he managed to get some production on the scoreboard. That great kick by Jeffrey pins Chicago in within their own 10-yard line. Starting from their own 9, Moore dropping back. But this is the first time that we're seeing Chicago and the strike on our TV screens. And with this rainy conditions, you would expect to see more running than passing, but they're going to leave everything on the field, launching these long bombs. There goes the running game, though. Armstead getting 3 yards. 3rd and 6, Chicago from their own 28. Bullock getting a spirited 4-yard gain, but not enough to get past the sticks. 4th and 2. Here comes Fackrell off the punt. Rudolph making the first man miss. Trying to utilize the sideline, getting to the 32-yard line. Baltimore getting to start off from decent position. James back to pass. James, another incomplete pass. You got to believe that the rain is doing a number on the grip strength of the QB. And another penalty on the play, a delay of game, making it 2nd and 15 for Baltimore. James back to pass. James targeting. Another incomplete pass. The defense is doing a great job of making it hard for any of these receivers to break free. Deciding to run it up to Dawson. Getting some yardage is better than none. And it gets it to 4th and 9 after a 6-yard gain. Burnett. Flag on the play after 12-yard return. Offsides on Chicago. Now it's 4th and 4. Deciding still to kick it. Maybe they can win the game of field position. Maybe. We get a chance to see. Defensively in better position than they were last time. Starting from the 22. Lugit. 5-yard pass, but already someone staying down. Lugit managing to tweak his hamstring just a little. 2nd and 5. Rodgers with the run. Rodgers weaving. Getting an 8-yard gain out of that. Moore back to pass. Moore getting it to Bullock. Third and 5 after that tackle from Hayward Bay. Moore back to pass once again. No one there. Yeah, the passing game is not really going to work, it seems, due to the rainy conditions here in Chicago. Also, the rainy conditions making it that much harder for the game to progress, stopping the clock with all of these incomplete passes. James handing off to Fitzpatrick.
Second down.
Fitzpatrick, after a 6-yard gain, getting it to 2nd and 4. James back to pass. This time gets it to Alara with the catch. Gets just past the sticks. First down, Baltimore. From the shotgun, that sweep, losing 3 yards. Starting again. Timberland with the reverse, getting 2 yards out of that, making it 3rd and 11. Baltimore in a little bit of trouble.
Incomplete.
And another incomplete pass. This one right here is a shame. We look like we might be going the whole first quarter without a single score or even highlight. Fails, getting stopped. But for the first time, we have a team beyond their own field position into enemy territory. 2nd and 6 from the 45. More handing off to Bullock. Looks like Chicago's head coach is putting a little bit more faith in their running game than Baltimore is. Moore back to pass, though. Moore gets it to Colvin, catching it at the 33, 7-yard gain for Chicago. Moore to Bullock.
Second down.
Bullock gets a 5-yard gain, 2nd and 5 from the 28. Rodgers getting stuffed after a 3-yard gain. Lugic down again. He's having some tough luck this game. More bootleg right. Incomplete pass, but they are within field goal position. Let's see if they can get it going for them. Just avoids one block.
It's good.
Finally, some points on the board for Chicago. 3-0 strike. Chicago strike kicking off this time to the Baltimore Battalion. The Battalion taking it from the 7. Lawrence getting it to the 28-yard line. James deciding to go for the screen and just slips out of Dawson's hands. Thankfully, that was a forward pass, so it's incomplete and it's not a fumble. James back to pass. James getting it to Alara. Alara getting right underneath it. 17 yards. Brings it to the 35-yard line. Pitch out to Connor. Connor, though, getting stuffed. There is a flag on the play. Defensive holding gets him to midfield. Now it's to Newhouse, and so far this is the deepest that they've ever gone in this game so far in enemy territory. And that's how the first quarter comes to an end. A very defensive battle. And also, I would like to say this is definitely a matter of the weather. Right now, 5 for 13 for Baltimore. But 48 passing yards. Not exactly what they were looking for when it came down to these conditions. But it's still anybody's game. Let's go into the second quarter. 2nd and 3 for Baltimore. Baltimore gets it to Newhouse. Newhouse down the sideline. Newhouse getting it all the way up to the 16-yard line into the red zone. That's how you start the quarter. James looking for Alara. Too many blue shirts around him. 2nd and 10 for Baltimore. Alara lined up downside. Another incomplete pass off of a 4 wide receiver set. Now you have Timberland up the middle. Another incomplete pass. Drive stalls. But they can tie the game with a good field goal. Curse with the kick. Curse, it's wide left. Oh, No. They needed that score.
Incomplete.
All right, now Chicago has the momentum. Incomplete pass for Moore. Moore with this. Oh, and a fumble. Chicago retains possession, but it's 3rd and 17. And another blitz coming from Moore. Plays broken down. Another potential sack. Tandy stopping him at the line. Now they're kicking it all the way from the Chicago flag. Only getting it to the 40-yard line. Riley crossing midfield, managing to get it to the 46. James handing off to Connor. Connor.
Second down.
Great 8-yard run. Now you can spread out your play calling. Flag on the play. It's encroachment. 1st and 10 for Baltimore inside Chicago territory. They get another chance to make up for that failed field goal. Here comes the blitz, though. Boston getting blown up at the line by Massey. James back to pass. James. Incomplete. 3rd and 10. This one to Alara. Alara lined up top. Deciding to hand it off to Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick gets it past the sticks. 1st down at the Chicago 23. This time again, hand off to Boston. Boston pushing it towards out of bounds, getting an 8-yard gain. Now it's 2nd and 2. Who do you turn to? An incomplete pass. This one to Boston. The rainy conditions definitely making for a bad game from the quarterback position. But there's a flag on the play after a no gain. Personal foul gives them 1st and goal at the Chicago 8. Hand off the counter to Connor. Stopped at the line. Alara lined up top. Timberland lined up on the other side. Encroachment yet again. Chicago shooting themselves in the foot. Now it's half the distance to the goal. From the 4. James back to pass. James. Incomplete pass. This one to Boston. 3rd and goal. Alara lined up top. Timberland on the other side. Pitch out to Dawson, but just stopped shy of the end zone. Might as well take the easy points. Or the not so easy points considering the missed field goal. But they finally tie it up halfway into the 2nd quarter. 3-all, Baltimore, Chicago. The rain definitely not helping with these tense conditions. Chicago starting from the 25. And there we go. Continuous incomplete passes. Which honestly going to make the game seem a little bit longer because the clock is going to continue to stop. Moore back to pass. Moore gets it to Colvin. Colvin streaking upfield, getting it all the way to the 46-yard line. Chicago trying to put some yards on the ground. Tandy pushed out of bounds after a 2-yard gain. This time to Rodgers. Rodgers sweeping outside. Again, another 2-yard gain. 3rd and 6 for Chicago. Flag on the play. This could be coming back. Illegal procedure. Baltimore decided to take the potential punt from the 35-yard line. Going right for the coffin corner. And an incredible kick by Fackrell, bringing it to 1st and 10 from their own 7. Hand off to Connor. Connor getting the 1st down and a little bit more. 12-yard gain for Connor. Baltimore trying to use the running game to spread themselves out a little bit more. 4 wide receivers set, going for the screen pass. Connor streaking upfield. Another big gain. 18 yards for Baltimore. Another 1st down. 5.5 minutes left in the half. Dawson only getting a couple yards on that one. 4:45 left in the half. James back to pass. Intercepted by Sombrero. It's hard to tell if that was a bad read or if the ball slipped out of his hands, but something bad happened, and now Chicago looking to capitalize on it. Moore with a pitch out to Rogers. Rogers stopped after a 3-yard gain. 3rd and 4 from the Baltimore 31. Coming out of the shotgun, Moore. Back to pass, Moore. Incomplete pass, stopping the clock. 4th and 4. The kick will be a 48-yarder. Let's see if this thing will be good. It is, giving Chicago the 1 field goal lead with 3:13 left in the half. We were not going to see a high-scoring game if only because the conditions of this field is not conducive to it. Prescott, on the other hand, not seeming to mind it, getting a nice 31-yard return, bringing it to the 37. Incomplete pass. This one to Timberland. Dwayne Timberland unable to get that catch. Pitch out to Dawson, though. Dawson, though, getting the first down, bringing it close to midfield. You have the 2-minute warning. You have 3 timeouts. No reason to rush. You have time on your side. 3-yard gain for Baltimore. And sure enough, here comes the 2-minute warning. Baltimore has all of the statistical advantages, but the problem is in that 1 turnover, and of course, Dwayne Timberland being targeted, no completions for him. Daniel Lara, 2 catches for 21 yards. Let's see if they can get some more targets moving forward. James back to pass on 2nd and 7. James, incomplete pass, and this one was to Newhouse. 3rd and 7 with 1:54 left in the half. James back to pass. James, another incomplete pass. This one again to Timberland. Doesn't even reach him. Falls at his feet. Jeffrey with the punt. Great punt. Pinning them in just shy of the 10-yard line. Screen pass coming up for Moore. Bullock making people miss. Bullock getting the first down, bringing it all the way out to the 25-yard line. Chicago, again, has all 3 timeouts. You know they're going to be going to the air. But again, the wet conditions not helping anyone secure the ball. 1:07 left, pitch out to Bullock. Bullock, fumble! Chicago recovers, though. 3rd and 6 for Chicago with 27 seconds left. Once again, going for the screen. Once again, Bullock getting stopped. 4th and 2. Baltimore deciding to finally call a timeout. 19 seconds left in the half. Great kick from Fackrell. Riley getting it, but getting stopped shy of the 30, 28-yard line. 13 seconds left. All 2 timeouts left. James bootleg right. Out of the hands of Connor. 6 seconds left. Tick, 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 tick. Might go Hail Mary. Getting it to Alara. They might get a chance to call a timeout. Call one final play. They do. 1 second left on the clock. We've seen Noms do this. Going Hail Mary all the time in the world. Picking up defenders. Launching it towards the end zone. And it falls short. And that is where we come to an end on the half. 36 yards for Alara. No yards for Timberland. Not able to come up with any of the receptions. But then again, as we said, the wet conditions making it that much harder to come up with a reception. Down by 3, you hold all the cards when it comes down to rushing yards and passing yards. The problem is, though, you're barely converting and you have that turnover. You've got to find a way to capitalize. Let's keep it moving. Start of the second half, Baltimore kicking off to Chicago. Getting it to Taylor. Taylor just barely getting it to the 20-yard line. Let's see what Chicago can do. Still those rainy conditions happening. Armstead getting blown up in the backfield on a 4-yard loss. Moore handing off to Bullet. Bullet getting stuffed at the line, just managing to get forward momentum and a 1-yard gain. Now it's 3rd and 13. Chicago deciding to keep it on the ground. Rodgers only getting 5 yards, making it 4th and 8. A 3 and out. Baltimore's defense showing up out of nowhere and deciding to put a stop to any potential chances of Chicago getting any momentum moving forward. Rudolph getting it all the way to the 40 on an 11-yard return. Now it's time to see if Baltimore can capitalize on anything. Getting it to Connor. Connor getting it into Chicago territory just shy of the 40-yard line. 19 yards on that pass. James back to pass, drifting out to the right. James just getting out of the outstretched hands of Newhouse. Again, it's hard to be precise when the rain is falling and the ball is wet. James coming out. James to Rivers. 3rd and 6. 4 yards on that. Going from I formation. Another incomplete pass. This one again to Newhouse. Do they have the leg? They didn't have the accuracy on the first kick. Do they have the leg? I don't know. He has the distance. It's good. They end up tying the game 6-all for Baltimore and Chicago. Giving the ball back to Chicago. Hopefully another 3 and out might help them out a little bit more. No return this time. Taylor deciding to kneel down on the Chicago flag and move forward. Moore dropping back to pass. Moore to Colvin. Flag on the play, though, after a 6-yard gain. A legal receiver downfield. Definitely Baltimore accepting the penalty, making it 1st and 15. Armstead getting stopped at the line. Moore giving it up to Kilgore. The defense coming through, bringing it to the 16-yard line. Trips right. But a flag on the play after a 4-yard loss. Chicago, all sides, getting that immediate 5-yard gain. James getting stuffed Boston for a 2-yard loss. That blitz definitely not helping. Alara up top. Alara with the catch. 3rd and 3 after a 4-yard gain. Not the most impressive of plays, but you're keeping it moving. Incomplete attempt to Timberland. Wasn't able to come up with it, but they can finally get a chance to put themselves in the lead. No, they're faking it. Timberland off of the field goal fake. 9 yards for the touchdown, giving Baltimore the lead. A little trickeration finally gets Timberland on the board and gets Baltimore a 7-point lead ahead of the Chicago Strike. Irvin deciding to take it out of the end zone, but not only getting to the 15-yard line. Still a complete pass to the tight end, Kelsey, for 3 yards. Any kind of forward movement is always going to be considered good in these rainy conditions. Avoiding the sack, getting it up the field, but it falls short. 3rd and 7. Moore coming out of the backfield in the shotgun formation. Quick release. Gets it to Watson, but too shy of the sticks. Chicago having to settle for a punt. Gets it to Riley. Riley makes the first 2 men miss. Gets it to the 43-yard line. And again, good field position for Baltimore. Coming out of the strong I formation, deciding to run it up the middle to Dawson. 3-yard gain to Dawson. 2nd and 7. Ace formation. James gets it to Connor, but they lost a yard on that. Now it's 3rd and 8 from the 45. James back to pass. James gets it to Timberland again. gets the first down. Once you get a guy to get a catch, he's going to start developing more of those. He's going to start developing more of his confidence. And now it's 3rd and 11 after that 1-yard loss. Alara lined up alone on the bottom of your screen, avoids 1 sack. Intercepted by Sombrero. On the plus side, it is deep in their own territory.
2nd down.
You got to believe that is going to be of a better benefit than if they gave it up a little bit closer to their own end zone. But an incomplete pass. It's 3rd and 8. If they can develop another 3 and out, that would be great for Baltimore. Tandy weaving in and out, only getting 6 yards on that play. 2:54 left in the quarter. Ending up having to punt it away. Riley, again, makes the first man miss. Gets it to the 30-yard line. 2:47 left in the quarter. Pro formation, Boston managing to get 5 yards on that carry. 2nd and 5. Alara lined up lone up top. Gets it to Timberland this time. Just a 3-yard gain, but again, any forward movement is good in this rainy weather. Hand off to Connor. Connor blown up in a 1-yard loss. 4th and 3. And here's where the defense is definitely stepping up. You do have to give credit for Chicago's defense. They're doing whatever it is they can to ensure that they're not going to pull away. 1st and 10 from their own 14. Baltimore's defense, though, trying to do the same thing. If they do not allow any big plays on the ground or in the air, you got a chance.
3rd down.
Colvin, incomplete pass. It's 3rd and 11. 4 seconds left in the quarter. Bullock getting stopped again for a 1-yard loss, and that's the final play of the quarter. Look at all of these highlighted numbers right here. Thrown it 40 times for 2 interceptions. But let's go ahead and take a look real quick. Horrible passer rating, 28.47, only 38.5% on their passes, but 147 yards. Honestly, I need to see more out of James if they're going to get a chance to keep the lead. Start of the 4th quarter, we're deciding to kick away to Baltimore. Rudolph makes the first man miss deep into Chicago territory. Rudolph up the sideline. Rudolph makes another man miss to the 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown off of the punt return. That is how you start the quarter. 59-yard punt return for Baltimore, putting them up by 2 touchdowns. Chicago reeling after that special teams display. Irvin taking it from deep, trying to do something with it, only getting it to the 23-yard line. Chicago so far not expressing too many weapons for them to take advantage of this game in any way. Ground game is decent, but they're still getting stuffed, and they can't complete any passes. So what can they do? Shotgun formation, decided to hand off to Bullock. Bullock once again getting stuffed after a 2-yard gain. Fackrell deciding to punt it away. Special teams hoping to avoid the explosiveness that they saw last time. Rudolph, though, only getting a few yards, bringing it to the 28-yard line.
2nd down.
Fitzpatrick with the handoff, only getting 2 yards there. James back to pass. James to Alara. Just a short yardage, but so far that's all that they can get. The rainy conditions making it that much harder. James back to pass. Incomplete pass, and there we go. Another 3 and out for Chicago's defense. Jeffrey back with the kick. A little under 12 minutes left in the game. Down by 2 touchdowns. Burnett giving us a little bit something, a little bit of excitement on that return. Brings it to the 34-yard line. More up the field, incomplete. Tries to get it to the often injured Lugit. Getting nothing out of that with an incomplete pass. More quick release, another quick incomplete pass. Zach Rogers going down, making it a little bit harder for their ground game. As a result, Moore back to pass. 3 straight incomplete passes. Nothing going for Chicago. Another punt away. Once again, Riley getting stopped. Don't want to let that happen one more time. 20-6 Baltimore. James handoff to Dawson, getting nothing going. 1-yard loss on that. James under center. James the pitch out to Connor. Connor making a few people miss. Getting 11 yards on that run. First down Baltimore. Pitch out to Connor. Connor pushed out of bounds after a 2-yard loss. Both stopping the clock and moving backwards. 2 things that you don't want to do when you have the lead. This time, the pitch out to Dawson. 2 yards. Get those 2 yards back. Keep the clock running. 3rd and 10. James with the quick release to Timberland. Maybe not a first down, but again, another reception to Timberland after 8 yards. It's now 4th and 2. Kicking away. Getting it stopped right there at the 16-yard line. Calling a fair catch. Moore deciding to hand off again to Bullock. Again, I don't think they have enough in the way of weapons to push and pressure Baltimore into making a mistake. First down and out of bounds. Very good play for Chicago, making it a little bit easier for them to keep the clock under control. Quick release is 6:47 left in the game. Pass up to Bullock. Bullock with a 3-yard gain. 3rd and 3. And off to Armstead. Armstead getting just enough to get the first down. Flag on the play. This play might be coming back. Incomplete pass. Ooh, illegal procedure. Bringing them back. 1st and 15. Second and 10 after a 5-yard run by Bullock. Once again, sticking to the ground. No gain. Rogers stuffed at the line. Chicago signed to finally go no huddle out of the shotgun. Now he's got time to throw. Lugit finally with the catch. To the Baltimore 35. A touchdown here would do wonders for him. Pitch out to Bullock. Bullock getting caught from the line after a 3-yard gain. Got to keep the no huddle going, though. More out of the pro formation. Incomplete pass. 3rd and 7. Try to get it to Lugit one more time, but nothing going. Back to pass. This time to Colvin, number 11. But a flag on the play. Roughing the passer. Pushing them closer to the end zone. Starting from the 12. Moore back to pass. Moore has all the time. Incomplete pass. Ooh, Moncrief going down. Looks like he might have took a hit off of a blocker. Just got hit awkwardly. Another incomplete pass, though. 3rd and 10 from inside the 20. This has to be 3-down territory. Moore out of the shotgun. Moore up the corner. Incomplete pass. 4th and 10. 3:41 left. Sure enough, they are lining up. Moore under center. Moore Up the middle. Caught, but it's not past the sticks. Baltimore has the ball, and you've got to believe this is they're going to just salt the game away.
Second down.
Boston,
Third down.
3rd and 1 with 2:50 left in the game. If they get a stop here, and they won't.
First down.
1st and 10 for Baltimore. Chicago going to use up all of their timeouts. Boston doing the smart thing, staying in bounds, getting a 3-yard gain. 2nd and 7 with 2:40 left. No timeouts for Chicago now. Hand off to Boston. Boston getting stopped. 3rd and 3 from their own 25. Deciding to use up the 2-minute warning. It's all downhill from here. Let's see where it keeps going. Chicago in a little bit of trouble now. Hand off to Connor. Connor getting stopped, but it doesn't matter. They're going to use up all of that clock. Kicking it away at 1:21. Clock is going off. They're down by 2 scores. Burnett, 1st and 10 from the 32. Minute 15 left to go. If they don't go Hail Mary, I don't know what they're going to be able to get out of this. Colvin with the catch just across midfield. Chicago hurry-up offense going. 58 seconds left in the game. Here comes the blitz. Moore
Second down.
can't get away. No time left on the clock. 40 seconds to go. No timeouts. From shotgun formation, Moore getting it up. Incomplete pass. 3rd and 15. 35 seconds left. Moore getting pressure. Flag on the play. They might have just got bailed out with that roughing the passer. They're at the 37. 27 seconds left. If they get a really quick strike, they might get a chance on an onside kick. Gets it to Kelsey. Kelsey, though, stopped short of the end zone. At the 3. No time left. 10 seconds in the game. Moore back to pass. Moore's got to get it off quick. Incomplete pass.
Down.
Oh, no. They needed that quick score. 4 seconds left. Last play of the game. Armstead gets the score, but it's a foregone conclusion. Game is over.
It's good.
The final score, 20-13. Baltimore getting their 2nd win of the game. Our 2 Bomber boys ending it with 46 yards and 28 yards respectively. 1 touchdown from Timberland off of that sneaky field goal fake. And there you have it. We got 1 more game to go. 1 final game. But before we get into that, I'm going to talk to, once again, my YouTube people. I want to thank you guys for watching. Watch these names scroll up and down the screen, because that right there is what you get when you become a patron. We want to thank all of our patrons for sticking with us, for supporting this project, and we want to appreciate each and every single one of them. Thank you guys for watching. Hope to catch you on the next game. It's still week 3. We'll catch y'all later. Deuces.